Hi students, Mrs. Sims here. Sorry I can't be with you today, but I wanted to go over one of the things that you're going to see in your practice today. We talked about solving two-steps equations yesterday, but one of the things that we did not talk about is when you have a negative variable. So I want to make sure to go over that with you before you practice. So in your book, in your workbook, turn to page 57. You should have some blank space at the bottom of page 57. So go to page 57, and I want you to try this problem. Okay, so go ahead and try to solve that the way that we talked about solving yesterday. You would draw a line down the equal sign, and then we're trying to get x by itself. In this case, x is being added to 12. So to get rid of the plus 12, we do the inverse. The inverse of adding 12 would be subtracting 12. So you are left with negative x and 28. Now, that is not a solution because we want what x equals, not what negative x equals. So to get rid of that negative, what you can think about is that there's like a 1 right there, like negative 1x. So if you were trying to get rid of something being multiplied by x, you would do the opposite. You would divide by that number. So if they are multiplying by technically negative 1, to get rid of that, you're going to divide both sides by negative 1. So that this negative 1 divided by negative 1 just cancels out, and you're left with x, positive x, which is what we want. And then 28 divided by negative 1 is negative 28. So when you get to a situation like that in your problem, just think about it like it's being multiplied by negative 1. And so to get rid of that negative x, you divide both sides by negative 1. You may also notice that it basically just changes the signs of both sides. So this becomes a positive and this side becomes a negative. So when you encounter that today, I want you to know to divide by negative 1 to get rid of negative x. You are going to do the practice problems. There's a front and a back, but there's also a piece of blank paper attached to your practice. Please make sure that you are showing your work on all of these problems. If you just give me a sheet that's colored with no work, you won't get any credit. These all require work. Please be showing me all the steps, drawing the line, balancing the equation basically. Good luck.